Hi, this is a lecture on aggregation. The objectives are group data by specified columns, apply group data methods to aggregate data, apply built-in functions to aggregate data. We have already run the classroom setup. What we will do is that we will use a Databricks event dataset. We are reading the Databricks dataset and we are displaying the file. Then what we are doing is that we are grouping the data and we are doing a partial sum. As you see, 4, 5, 6, that is 15, 7, 8, 9, that is 15 plus 9, 24. And then we are doing a global sum. So use the data frame group by method to create a group data object. This group data object is called the relational group data set in Scala and group data in Python. We then group by the event name, and as you see that you are creating the group data here. Similarly, you can group by the state and the city. There are various group data methods like AGG, compute aggregates by specifying a series of aggregate columns. Then there is average, count, max, mean, min, pivot, and sum. Here what we are doing is that we are grouping by the event name and then we are counting. So the columns are event name and count. The next one, we are getting the average purchase revenue for each state. Therefore, we have to group by state and then we are averaging the e-commerce dot purchase revenue in USD. So we are getting the state and then we are getting that average e-commerce purchase revenue in USD as purchase revenue in ESD. We can also get the total quantity as well as the sum of the purchase revenue for each combination of state and city. So for each combination of state and city, it should be in the group by clause. So it is state and city, and then we sum the total quantity and the purchase revenue in USD. As you can see that there are 4 fields, state, city, and the 2 columns that we had specified in our function. There are a couple of built-in functions. So there are the approximate, count distinct, average, collect list, core, max, mean, std, sam, sum distinct, and var pop. Here what we are doing is that we can do like a sum. So here what we are doing is that we are grouping by the geostate, we are aggregating, and then we are summing the e-commerce total quantity dot alias as total purchases. And therefore we get two fields, state and total purchases. We can apply aggregate functions on group data. So here the group data is by state and then we are aggregating based on the average uh, e-commerce dot total quantity, and then we are doing the approximate count distinct. So we are getting the average quantity and the distinct users. So if I just make it easier, so the average is, so in the aggregate we have the average here as well as the approximate count distinct. Math functions, so there are a couple of math functions which we can use. So here we are creating a data set with spark.range and it has the field ID, and then what we are doing is that we are creating new columns with square root and cos. So the square root is a new column which is the square root of the ID and cos is the cos of the ID, and we can get these columns as ID, square root and cos. And next we clean up the column. Hope you like the lecture on aggregation. Thank you. Bye.